we're going to play a game called Voice Your Opinions. But you're going to pull a question out, read it, and answer it. It's all about the different coaches and your experience with them, and then you can pass it on to the next person.
Funniest thing that you ever saw Kelly do on set? I will say that during my last rehearsal for it as well, the hymn that I did, she got up out of her seat near the end of the song and literally laid flat on the floor, about like this. She was super excited about this because she hadn't heard it since our first rehearsal, and so she was pretty stoked. And she is obviously, as you know, a ball of energy, and you can see how she feels. And she got up on stage and it was just like sprawled out on stage flat, and that was pretty funny. She's a very emotional person, which is pretty cool.
Who has the biggest bromance? Coach-wise or contestant-wise? Well,
Wow.
I mean, here it is, right here.
Come on.
This is it. This is real,
got this.
real deal.
What are the odds that you
That's amazing.
Hey,
What's the most romantic thing you've done then?
Yeah.
what's the most romantic thing we've done? What's the demographic of people watching this show?
whatever you want,
Baby.
We had a 3 a.m. picnic in the hallway.
It's not like they can kick us off the show. 3 o'clock in the morning, he and I had far too many adult beverages and took ourselves to In-N-Out Burger in a Escalade, which was like down the street. It cost about $100, and we ordered, I think, at least 2 of everything on the menu. The Uber driver it's brand new Escalade, like black leather, everything, and he's like, nothing comes out of the bags, fellas, until we get you out. It's like, all right, we got back to the hotel, and we had 2 milkshakes, 4 sodas, 4 things of French fries, and 4 double-doubles. And our hands were full. We were laughing so hard we couldn't walk straight, and we were walking down the hallway, couldn't get in the room. So we just sat down in the hallway right outside our room and had a picnic. And we laughed so hard. And people came out of the rooms. They're like, "What are you guys doing?" Like, "We having a picnic."
Hey, it was the best picnic.
The next morning, there was still 2 milkshakes, 4 sodas, 4 things of fries, and 4 hamburgers. I don't think we ate anything.
Oh, I don't even have one. My question is, what's your secret talent? I literally don't even think I have one.
Oh.
I mean, it's not a talent, and I'm not gonna show you, but I remember one time reading online that like if your belly button comes out, you would die. I can like literally pull my belly button out of my body.
What?
It's not talent by any means of that word.
Talent.
That's a gift.
But
Got you in the romper.
I know. I could literally pull, and I remember reading it online, being like, "That's not true. I'm not dead." So clearly, it's not true. But no, I can pull it, and I have an innie too, and I can like pull it out.
Okay.
That makes me. That feels weird.
Biggest lesson you learned from your coach? Oh, yes, I love this question. The biggest lesson that I've learned from my coach was to stay in my lane, stay Rayshun, be yourself, don't change yourself. You know, that's the biggest lesson that I've learned from Adam. Just stay in your lane, be Rayshun, you know, and be comfortable with everything you do. So,
Nice.
I got the serious question.
Person I'd most like to jump on a golf cart with and ride around the lot is. Hey, I think we got a picture of us riding around the lot.
There's a couple.
And
Yeah, I saw
we
that picture.
still are not allowed to drive the golf cart. And that makes me mad.
Yeah, we signed a contract saying we could drive them, and they won't let us drive.
You guys gotta get a golf cart, take it to In-N-Out, okay? Take it through the drive-thru.
Right.
There's a lot of cup holders in those things. Room for a cooler.
Wildest star moment you had as a contestant on The Voice? First of all, meeting Haley Steinfeld when I was on Kelly's team. That was really cool, but hands down, last night Panic at the Disco performed on The Voice stage. Let me tell you, okay, I love Panic at the Disco, and I was convinced that it was going to be pre-recorded, they weren't going to be there, and then we're sitting there in rehearsal, and you know, just like casually walk on stage, and I'm staring at them. I'm like,
She really was.
I literally was
She really was.
freaking. I was freaking out, and in the rehearsals, like I'm the only one that's like, yes. Like the inner rocker in me was just having so much fun. So
Now, have you had any reverse star moments where someone recognizes you from being on The Voice? That happened yet?
there was one time that I was flying back for the live shows because blinds and all the rounds before lives are pre-recorded. So they had all been shown, and I know my episode had already been shown for everything up until live 24. And I was in the airport, and as I was like about to check in and drop my bag off, the woman who works behind the counter ran from outside of the counter as like she's supposed to be checking people in because I'm passing her. She runs from outside the counter. She goes, I just want to know that I love you and I watch you every week on The Voice. I'm a huge fan. And then she just like ran right back and she was like, hey, boarding group B. Like that, it was so cool. It was like so nice and so sweet. Yeah. That she didn't have to do that by any means. Yeah. And that was like before all, that was way before top 8, top 12, any of that. So that was really, really cool.
Who will you stay in touch with the most after this? DR, like he's like my best buddy.
Yeah.
Like I love DR, he's great. Yeah, so DR.
And you guys, when DR went home, you guys were bottom two together,
Yeah,
right?
man. You see, we were roommates the first time we were out here, and then they made us battle against each other in the battle. I mean, in the instant save thing. So yeah, that's my buddy. You know, we hung out together every day. You know, we practiced together, we sang together.
And no hard feelings now?
No hard feelings. Like even, we sang the same song. We did the same song.
Yeah,
and I called him. I was like, DR, before you see this, I was like, let me just be the first to tell you that we're doing a part of your song. And he was like, man, it's cool, bro. Just go and do it. And he was like, do the best. Be you at it. So DR, I love you, bro. And that's like he's like my Kaleb and Pryor. Okay. So yeah.
Did anyone ever have a romance on the show?
Yes, they did.
I think they did. I will say that
Question.
Miss Spencer and Mr. Terrence Cunningham might be a thing.
And then we have Britton and Livia Faye.
Yeah.
Any more?
Who else? Who else was a thing?
Oh. Wasn't it Gary and Mia? Oh. Wasn't it?
Were they?
I don't know.
Were they?
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either.
Don't be putting rumors out, man. It wasn't true.
I mean, that's just what I heard. Funniest things you ever saw Alicia do on set. I didn't see it, but I heard about it. Like, she might have gone out and partaken in some extracurricular activities and just came back in and was just going on and on and on and on and on. People were like, okay. And the producer's like, okay, Alicia, you're done. I'm talking. But I didn't see it, but she's pretty cool.
Funniest thing that you ever saw Blake do on set? I mean, he's just like
You
a
two
really...
should have switched questions.
What the heck, man?
You can answer each other's as well.
I think, it wasn't necessarily funny, but it just goes to show, he's just a real man. I was hanging out in, meeting up with Alicia, and it was before your guys' rehearsal, and why is everything about alcohol? I don't know. But anyway, he was walking. I was like, hey, are you ready? Are you excited? You got rehearsal tonight? Just so you know, Team Blake majority of the time will film their stuff right after Tuesday's results shows, starting at 9:30 at night. So it's a long day normally for Team Blake. So he's on his way out, and I was like, are you ready for today? He was like, oh, yep. And then he shows me a bottle of vodka in one hand and a bottle of whiskey in the other hand. I'm like, I'm ready. And then just walked out. I was like, my man.
Right. We were taking pictures after, I don't know when it was, but it was a couple shows ago. And it was, Spencer was on that side, and it was Blake and Kyla, and then I was on the other end. And all of a sudden, I just felt this hand start coming over here, and it started in my ear, and he had his finger in my ear, and draped it down. And I was like, what in the world? And he just put his hand all the way inside my shirt, and I was like, pretty fun.
The best part about being a contestant on The Voice is being on The Voice. It's just, this is one of the greatest shows. So, that's the best part. And getting a chance to meet these people and getting a chance to sing in front of all those all the great judges, and yeah, it's just I got the chance to sing for the world. So, and I gained so many new fans all around the world. So that's the best part about it.
All right.
And I got my message of love out. So yeah, love and don't stop believing. And it's just the beginning. So stay tuned.